that it was the time that I was reading the book, and that if I came
Mm,
back, and so I keep it on my nightstand, and I'll go ahead and read the 12 streams, but the sense that I got, it depends on where you're at in life. And to me, the calling towards a more simple, a more pure, a more essence driven way of looking at things was what
yes.
I needed at the time. So there's purity, honor, passion, neutrality, harmony, beauty and grace, wisdom, truth, radiance, reciprocity, universality, unity, and that's the last one. So yeah,
Yes.
there's a few more in there. I'm like, ooh, I want to go back and see if that's calling to me, in a new year, like, because everything, does seem kind of fresh and new with the new year.
Right.
They're all beautiful. They're all
Exactly.
amazing.
And resonating with that, if we also, the other thing is the frequencies and the energies in the book, even when people are called to that stream, this brings you in synchronicity in the higher vibration of the stream. So there isn't a disconnect or an isolation.
Yeah. How could an isolation arise? I can't even imagine that.
Well, so for example, let's use the one honor. Okay. And I love the frequency of honor. It appreciates, it respects, it recognizes. So, in the one hand, when you're resonating with honor, you appreciate the beauty, the uniqueness, the gifts, the change, the purity of things. Like you really honor that whole thing. Now, if you feel a distance or separation, you're going to be concerned that you're not honored or that other people aren't honored. And it's taking you away from the frequency, even though you recognize how much honor we want to grant everyone. And honoring people and honoring life is a healing, uplifting, expansive, multidimensional experience. And yet, if there's a switch, if you feel a little isolation, you might feel, well, I didn't get honored, or you're not honoring this, and then it creates that isolation. Now, when you're reading and you're bringing in these frequencies, that starts to heal, and you recognize the bigness of that frequency again, and you start to become even more aligned.
That's so beautiful. So, especially right now, still pandemic atmosphere where so many people are feeling alone and isolated.
Yes.
You're saying that just getting into the frequencies of whatever of the 12 or whatever set of frequencies call to you actually might start some healing.
Oh, definitely. And what's really cool about this, I know it sounds funny because obviously I coach and I write and I do all these other things, but actually reading the book is all you need to do. Yes, there's more, of course, but actually the process of being in the book and reading it helps you shift. So you don't have to go away and get on a mountain and, do meditation for 5 months, which is cool if you want to, but you can actually read the book and feel the frequencies and let the evolution, vibrational shift, healing, awareness, however occurs to you, actually happen.
I'm going to throw in a fun nugget there about reading a book can be a healing process, because I do think, Lumari, that people think it's too much work or it's too much expense or I don't have time for. There's all these obstacles around what this whole collective needs right now. We need connection, but we need escape from all the busyness. We need breaks from social media. Like there's all these things that's kind of bubbling around. But then there's these obstacles that people create in their mind around, well, I don't have the money to do this, or I don't have the ability, to take time off or whatever. But what you're saying is it can be as simple as reading a book.
Yes.
Isn't that beautiful?
It is. I mean, here you are interviewing all these people about the beautiful books that they've written. And the thing that is amazing about books, and I'm a reader. So, and not only do I write, but I love reading. But they give you an opportunity to have a relationship, not only with the author, but with your own being and the information that's being presented. And you can have questions and you can engage and you can change. I read philosophy books when I was young because we had them in the house. So, at 10 years old, I'm reading Nietzsche and Erich Fromm and all of these things and asking my mother, well, what do you think? Is God really dead? I mean, could that be possible? I'm having these conversations Because I read the book. It
If
changes how you are.
Yeah, let's give everyone a kick in the pants right now. I mean, even if people
Yes.
want to do an audible version.